Hey everybody, it's Queen I Knew and You Knew. And today we are going to be talking about the casino. Now, this is going to just be kind of just for all the newbies that have never been to the casino, don't know what to expect at the casino. And I just want to kind of give my experience, kind of just from an ordinary person to another ordinary person that has never been and don't even know what to expect. So, first thing that I would like to say is when going to the casino, whether it's Vegas, whether it's in your hometown, wherever you find a casino, it does not matter. First things first, choose a good location. Choose a location that, even if you feel like you're going to be there for a little bit, choose a place that has good food or at least decent prices for food, even if you play, because some places you can earn money or money to eat by playing. So, first things first, if you do go, make sure you find a good location because that's always going to be key. Second, I also think that as a new person, when you're coming into the casino, expect noise. I mean, expect noise, a lot of it, a lot of excitement. A lot of people are going to sit here and be like, oh, let's uh, try to get somewhere quiet. It's a casino. You have slot machines everywhere, people shouting, people throw money. You're going to expect noise and lights. Expect a lot of lights, even if it's during the day. Most of the machines nowadays are just more up to date. So they're going to be a lot bigger and just boom, right at your face. Another thing as a newcomer that I have experienced is key is if you do go to the casino, stick to something that either you love or stick to something that you feel as if it's going to be a little bit easier to grasp a hold on. Okay. For instance, a lot of people who start out going to the casino, first thing they think of is easy thing. Oh, let's just go to slots. Okay. When you do slots, you gotta also realize certain slot machines have certain bets. You have penny machines, you have dollar machines, you have some that are even more than that. And depending on the machine also depends on the bet as well. So, depending on whatever kind of amount you are willing to bet, make sure that when you go into a casino, you do have a budget. Always make sure you have a budget. Even if that's you leaving some money at the house and you're just like, oh, I'm just going to take this amount to go with me to the casino. Always make sure you have a budget no matter what before you play anything at a casino. Because you don't want to lose track of how much you're spending. And that's whether even if you're winning or losing, you never know. Some might have a hot hand, some might have a cold hand, some might be in between, might break even. So you never know. Always make sure you have a budget before you play though. Um, Another thing as a newcomer that I probably would recommend, also with the games, when you're doing the slots, if you are playing slots, if you, let's say you go to a slot machine, it's a penny machine because those are usually easier to find anywhere. And let's say you play the slot machine. Let's say you lose maybe once. Okay. Some people like to get up. They don't like to sit there if they lost one time. My opinion, I would probably say like if you lose maybe between 3 to 5 times in a row, quit the game, call it quits, pull your money, move on to the next machine. And it don't even have to be the one next to it. Walk around a little bit, even observe other people, like just see like what machines seem interesting, or even just look at jackpots. You might even have some that are kind of brand new depending on the jackpot number. Also, I would say that as a newcomer, when you are coming in to play the slots, please be sure that you choose the right one that you want to be at, because there are still some older casino slot machines, and I know some people prefer those versus the newer machines, because some people prefer that the older machines are a little bit more I guess easier of use. I don't really know how to really explain that, but hey, learning button. um, but I would also say, like, if you do go as far as like the slot machines go, just make sure it's comfortable for you, because like I said, there's newer machines and there's older ones as well. So also, if you do go to the casino for newbies, please, please, please be prepared to be pulling out that ID. I'm just letting you know right now, pull out your ID, have it ready before you even step through the door, because most casinos should, if I'm not mistaken, but the ones that I've been going to, all of them will check your ID regardless, because it's just something that they have to do. And make sure that you just get a stamp. If you get a stamp for that day, you don't have to worry about keep checking it in line or whatever the case is and having to be stopped all the consistency time. Most of the times they'll either stamp you or you'll have a bracelet. But I mean, hey, it's almost like just going to a concert. If you've been to a concert, hey, by all means, they be wristbanding you up. So it's the same thing. So just be prepared for that. Another thing, if you are a woman, I'm not even going to say woman in general, just a person in general that is cold or gets cold easily, please make sure you have like a sweater, a small jacket, a scarf, shawl, something to just cover your shoulders just a little bit or your legs just a little bit. Or if you feel the need, usually some places will have fireplaces too for you to be able to go to. So just make sure that you have something to keep yourself a little bit comfortable if you are planning on wearing like a dress or just, kind of not have a lot of clothing on. So another thing that I would say is back to the games. What I was saying before is when you do play the games, always make sure that you go to a game that you're more comfortable with. Even if it's you've played cards before, go to a table that you're familiar with cards, whether that's blackjack, poker. They usually have some other games too, for other people to play as well. And then the same thing, like if you're used to rolling dice, they have crap tables if you're used to doing that. My personal favorite is roulette. I am a roulette girl. I love roulette. And I will say a lot of people get kind of confused and nervous when they come to the tables that I've seen that have never played roulette before. And to me personally, hold on, what's this say? No worries. It's all good. But another thing that I was going to say is when you go to the roulette table, don't be nervous. A lot of people that I have seen that have never played this game before get so nervous. And it's just like, you should never be nervous going to a roulette table. It's the most easiest thing. Then the reason that I say that is because I just went with my sister just not too long ago. She never played. And when I tell you she learned within like 2 to 5 minutes, It's the most easiest thing to catch on to. I will say that when you do play table games, one thing that I like to do, which a lot of probably experts have done, I don't know, but one thing that I do like to do is they will switch off your dealers usually within like every 30 minutes to an hour or something like that. And what I like to do is when there's a new dealer coming through, and when they're switching off tables, what I like to do is I'll either step back or I will sit here and just wait a little bit. I'll just still sit there at the table, but I'll just wait a little bit. Or I'll just let the dealer know, hey, I'm going to go take a break. I'll be right back. Just because you kind of want to feel the rhythm or get the rhythm of how that dealer is, gonna be playing out everything. They might have a good hand, they might not have a good hand, or whatever. They might not even spin the ball right for you. They might spin everything wrong. So you just kind of want to just sit back and kind of observe when a new dealer does come through. Also, if you are planning to go to the casino, always try to keep track of your time. Make sure you keep track of your time, because you can lose track of time so quickly, especially when you are just into the game. And let's say you're into the game and you're drinking, because another note, at the casinos, you get free drinks, especially if you are playing. You don't get free drinks just by walking around and just like, oh, la-di-da-di-da, I'm going to a machine. No, you have to be playing a game. You have to be on an actual machine in order to kind of receive that good hospitality service from the waitresses. I mean, most of the time the drinks aren't, going to be up to par, but they will still be, decent. Most of the time people order, decent drinks that they know that they can get at a regular bar that is whatever, it'll come to the table and it might be watered down, it might not be, whatever the case is. But you do get free drinks if you do play. Another thing that I would like to say about the casino is just take your time. Like, don't really sit there and be like, oh, I'm gonna sit here and just be here all day. Take your time, get up, go outside, take a breather, go eat, go mingle for a little bit, because you are able to, leave your chips and stuff at the table for at least, a few minutes. It's not like you get to leave it there for like, a whole hour or whatever, like you can't sit there and hold your spot all dang day. Of course, they're going to end up moving your stuff eventually if you don't come back. But my thing is try to just take your time. If you do go to the casino, don't rush it. From my experience, it went bad. Yes, I lost a lot of money at one point, but before that, I did win a lot of money. And don't be greedy. Don't be greedy. Don't be greedy. A lot of people are greedy when they go to the casino. A lot of people are just like, they get into the moment and it's just like, you really can lose yourself. So when they say the casino is like a sinner's area or whatever the case is, how they speak in churches and stuff, it is like that. It's literally like that. It grasps you into that environment of, oh my gosh, like I don't want to leave this, because you have so much going on at once. You hear screaming, so you're just like, oh my God, I want to go see what the excitement is over there. I want to go in over there. But then it's like you want to stay where you are, because you might be hitting or you might be losing, and you're like, oh, I might hit in a second because I'm hearing all these other people winning. Don't be overwhelmed about that. Don't let that get to you. Do not let that get to you, because that's a trap. It's just a trap. That's why the casino is meant to be that way. So make sure if you do go, drink responsibly, because when you drink, you can lose track of time very, very, very quickly. If you are not taking your breaks, you can lose track of time very, very, very quickly. One more thing that I would like to say is, when you are playing, try your hardest not to listen to too many people. Okay, you are going to have so many people in your ear. Like, let's say you're winning and you're like, yay, I'm getting it. Woo, woo. And next thing you know, you have some people that's coming to the table or switching off or whatever. And they're like, oh my God, I've been seeing you play. You should try to play this, or you should try to play that, or maybe you should try this or whatever. Go with your gut. Okay, do not listen to other people, because listening to other people is how you lose your money very, very quickly sometimes. Because sometimes, yeah, that person might be winning. Yeah, okay, they might be stacking up their money. But I bet you if you watch them long enough, there's going to be that one play and boom, they done lost everything. And I have seen it. I have seen somebody literally lose over $20,000 in less than 10 minutes at a table. It is possible, people. It is possible. Trust me, people will get like that where they will go and spend their money. Next thing you know, boom, they done left for about a minute. You thought, oh, they went to somewhere else. No, they're coming right back, dropping more money down, and next thing you know, they done lost 20,000 in 10 minutes because they trying to use the same strategy, or they listen to other people that surround them at the table. So my thing is listen to yourself. Go with yourself. If you're not winning at a table, if you are losing, I am telling you this right now, if you are losing at a table, whether that is roulette, craps, blackjack, poker, whatever they got going on at the game, even if it's a slot machine, move forward. If it's more than 3 times in a row, if it's more than 5 times in a row, don't let yourself go by 5 times in a row. Because trust me, 5 times as far as plays go, that's a lot of money. And that's just even depending on, even if the minimum bet is a $5 bet. Like, let's say you betting $5 on each bet, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, that's a $25 bet. Okay. Let's increase it. Let's say the minimum is 25 minimum. Okay. 25 times 5. You do the math, so forth. Each thing is going to be different. So make sure that if you think you are going to just not win anything off that table, not win anything off that slot machine, move it forward, call it a day. Okay. Another thing that I would probably say as a newcomer, a lot of people, that's one thing that I wanted to say. A lot of people will sit here and be like, oh, I don't expect kids to be at a casino. Of course, that's something that you would never expect to see because everybody thinks the casino is for the adults. It's the adult playground. It's meant to be for adults only, right? There are still people that have kids. Now, you will see at most casinos that do have hotels or whatever the case is, you will see kids. Don't be alarmed. They're not going to be nowhere near the floors. And when I mean the floors, meaning where the actual people are able to play at. There are areas where kids are able to walk through to get to the casino, like where you're walking through the restaurant area, you're just trying to walk through the lobby area, just to get to the hotel. There is like a certain floor area that they kind of designate to where all people of all ages is technically can get to the hotel or to those restaurants. If it does come down to, I think maybe once I maybe have seen maybe a child going through the floor, but that's just probably because maybe a family or that family didn't realize that the door that they went through wasn't the right door for them to go through. It was actually a door that leads them to the actual casino floor. And usually security kind of will follow with them just to make sure that no kids are touching anything because it is illegal for kids to touch stuff. But like I said, don't be alarmed if you guys ever go to like a hotel or something like that and you guys do end up seeing kids running around where the hotel lobby is. But most of the time, they're not even going to be running around like that. Most of the time, the kids are in the room or at the pools just enjoying kid things. That's what they do. But there's always going to be an adult with them no matter what. One more thing that I would probably say to newcomers that are going to the casino, transportation. Oh my gosh. Make sure you got some transportation. Do not trust your local like taxis, your local Uber, Lyfts. Don't trust that, okay? Especially if your casinos are far away. If your casino is far away from like a certain location or from like a certain city, town to where they're normally meant to be at, please don't trust it. Make sure that you try to find a way to catch a bus or try to find a way to rent a car, find a friend, some way for you to know that you're going to be able to make it back home. there has been countless times where I have gone to the casino and I'm like, I made it up there perfectly fine, because once again, like I said, most of your local transportations that you can get through your apps nowadays, you can get easily when you're in the city, or easily within your neighborhood, just because they're around you. And so most of the time it's easier to catch a ride from in the city to get to your casino. But when you're trying to get back home, that's one thing that a lot of people don't really think about. And a lot of people don't know that most casinos do have bus routes, which is one thing that I didn't, I knew, but being the person that has never really taken that route, I never really knew what to expect or how to really go that route to do that. So one thing is if you do go, check your bus routes. I mean, there usually are casino buses that actually will take you up there from an actual bus station that's within the city. And usually it ranges, between maybe like $20 to maybe like $50 or something, like, depending on where you live. I don't know. Cause that, like I said, it can vary. But do not trust your local transportation apps to be able to pick you up from a casino and get you home, because most of the time it's not going to work, or you're going to literally be sitting there draining your bank account trying to sit here and schedule or keep rescheduling, and next thing you know, you're out of money because you done had your phone rescheduled so many times because you've been waiting for so long for somebody to come pick you up. So yeah, transportation, big key. One more thing, I might have more, but I'm not too sure. But another thing that I kind of wanted to bring up to a lot of people that I like to use is sign up. Anytime you go to a casino, sign up. I don't care if you don't like emails. If you feel like you're going to go to the casino maybe like more than once in a year, like let's just say once in a year, if you think you're going to go more than once in a year, just sign up regardless. The only reason that I say that is because most casinos will have rewards, and with rewards comes free money. Hey, everybody like free money. Who don't like free money? I like free money. So when I get free money, guess what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna use my free money. A lot of people don't realize that when you sign up, whether that's through an email, or you go straight into there, you give them your information. It's usually like just your email and your phone number, or you can even send them your mailing address, because sometimes they'll mail you little things and trinkets as well, if you don't have an email address. And one thing that I have learned is you get so much free stuff from the casino. And I know people are be like, oh, well, it's propaganda. Oh my gosh, why would I use that? Because the casino is just trying to get my money. The casino is just trying. First of all, I get it. They trying to get people to come and see them. But at the same time, it's also a chance for you to go have fun. If they are giving you free money, why not just take the chance? It just makes sense. I mean, just take the money. Usually, I mean, the most that I think I have gotten out of free money was $200, and that's within a 24 to maybe 48 hour span. And that's $200 just right off the bat. That is free money. And that's not even including some hotels that give you free food, some that give you free hotel room nights. I mean, granted, with the hotel rooms, it's, you got to pay your little fees or whatever the case is. So, but it's still dirt cheap, most of the time, compared to what other people are paying when they do go to these casino and hotel rooms, because a lot of people don't realize these rooms are very expensive for not a lot of what you're really getting out of a room. I mean, they're nice. I'm not going to lie. The bathrooms are usually decent. The beds are usually comfortable, but most of the time, you're not even in your room. If you go to the casino, you're there to spend time on the floor. You're not there to sit in your room. And if you are, hey, you've been there for maybe about 3-5 days and you're just like, I'm staying in my room for the day. I don't want to go downstairs unless I eat. I don't want to do nothing all day. That's the only time you are really in your room. But any other day, like if you're only there for maybe like a day or two, you're only going to be in your room maybe for a couple hours, and that's it. So by all means, if somebody is sending you free money, free room, blah, blah, blah for the casinos, hey, look into it, call up, sign up, see what's going on, see how much it really is, see if it's legit, whatever the case is, see how many points you got. See, a lot of people don't realize like you have a lot of different options in order to go and actually have your fun and enjoy it. And a lot of newbies don't know that or understand that. And this, to me, like I said, like I kind of just wanted to start this a little bit just because me, when I was first, going to the casino, when I first actually went to a casino, I didn't know nothing. I didn't know like a diddly nothing. And when I went, I just kind of just observed and followed my grandmother and followed my mother and seen like, okay, this is how they're doing it. And they're really just slot machine people. They're not really like into the tables and stuff. I kind of had to experience that myself. And that's what I was saying. Like, if you guys are comfortable with playing certain things in, locally with your friends or whatever the case is, feel free to use that same comfort when you go to the casino. If you're like, oh, I love being in my phone, I like the little cool little games or whatever. I like seeing all these little bright lights and switching this and moving this. They have slot machines for that. Plenty of those. Feel free to use your comfort towards that. And like I said before, if you feel like you are one of those people that is like, oh, I love card games, I love to play poker, I like blackjack. Ooh, let me go ahead and shuffle or whatever the case is. Like I feel the cards in my hand. Hey, use that comfort. Same thing with dice, or whatever, use it to your advantage. And a lot of people don't try to do that. And a lot of people try to steer towards new things that they've never done. And it's like, you're literally sitting there probably a good 5 to 10 minutes, probably bugging a dealer or bugging another person next to you, or 3, you just sitting there clueless for 5-10 minutes trying to figure out, how do I play this? So feel free to just stick to your comfort zone when you go to a casino. That's all I say. Well, another thing, back to the food. If you guys do go to casinos, always look around at other places as well. Let's say you get a hotel room at one particular casino, but there's others around you. One thing that a lot of people don't realize is some of the places, when it comes to the food, they actually do close down at a certain time. A lot of people think, oh, the casinos are supposed to be 24 hours. Hey, they technically are 24 hours, but when it comes to the food, you really only have certain places that actually will stay open for 24 hours. And most of those 24-hour places are usually just delis. They're not going to be actual restaurants or trinkets like that, unless it's, maybe Vegas or something. I haven't been to Vegas in so long, but most of the places that are around me, which is here in Colorado, a lot of people don't realize that some of those places do close down early. And that, when I say early, like 11 o'clock early. And the next thing you know, you have to be walking around and looking for food, or hope that you packed some food how you used to do back in the day when you used to take your little road trips, which a little cooler. So by all means, make sure that wherever you do go, you just check your surroundings and check the times of whatever and how, whatever is open at that particular casino. Another thing that I did want to let you guys know that I did not know when I recently went to the casino is some table games actually do close down very early, and I did not know that. Because to me, I thought, hey, this casino, they open 24 hours. I could sit at this table. I love this table, because I'm a roulette girl, like I said before. And I'll be like, oh, I can sit at this roulette table all day, or I can sit at this blackjack table all day. No, 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 honey. They gonna come and tell you, and they did it to me. They will come and tell you, oh, you gotta move in about 5 rolls. You only have 5 rolls left, or you only have maybe 5 turns left, and then you guys are gonna have to either go to the actual machines, or you guys are gonna have to go over to a different table. And usually another table is probably nothing you've ever played, nothing you've ever done, and you just sitting here like, wait a minute, I thought y'all was open 24 hours. Ain't I playing the game? Like, what's going on? They will tell you, oh, well, people got to sleep or people got to go home, but they got other people at these other tables playing. That to me was just crazy. Now, I was kind of baffled about that, because I was just like, some people don't know how to play poker. Some don't know how to play blackjack. Them is usually the only two things that is open. When I say late, I mean late. Like, we talking like between 1 and maybe 6 in the morning late, okay? And usually those games is usually the only games that's open in between that time frame. All these other games, maybe craps probably tries to stay open, but they even shut down for like a hot second and then come back. So do not expect, when you go to the casino, do not expect a certain table to be open all the time. The only thing that you can maybe expect to be open all the time are your slots. The slots don't never shut off. I mean, unless they broke, unless somebody done jackpotted all the money out and it's just ain't got no light on it, whatever the case is. But do not expect, just don't expect the tables to just be open 24/7, because they will come and tell you, we got to shut this down, make your last bets, everybody got to go home, and next thing you know, a whole section is shut off, and now you only got about 2 to maybe 4 tables that you working with, and a gazillion slot machines. So of course they just trying to push people to lose their money some more. So kind of like I was saying before, just make sure when you do go to the casino, number one, have fun. Have as much fun as you can. A lot of people go to the casino, and I have seen so many people get so mad. When I say mad, they get so mad because they done lost so much money at the casino, or get so mad at the dealer because they like, oh my gosh, you took my money. They be sounding crazy. So, in my opinion, when you go to the casino, don't be mad. You can't be mad at yourself. You can't be mad at the dealers. You can't be mad at the casino, because at the end of the day, you went to the casino and you knew what you was getting yourself into. You knew you was going to gamble your money. You knew either I'm gonna lose my money or I'm gonna win my money. Just because you lost your money, don't be a sore loser. A lot of people end up being a sore loser, and that's not something that you should do. Because you got to realize you went to the casino for that purpose, and that purpose was ding, 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 to spend your money, people, to spend it. So next time when you go to the casino and you see somebody getting mad, or they sitting here cussing at somebody, shoot, throw them a drink, throw them a free drink. Be like, hey, here's a free drink. And they're going to be looking at you crazy like, I already get free drinks. We know you get free drinks. Calm it down. Maybe take another one, because you got to realize you came here to spend your money. So keep your emotions to the side when you go to the casino, because like I said, either you win or you don't. Wait, what you mean? But not all of it? What? What? Well, not all of what? Yes, I'm over here just trying to read this chat, because I'm trying to figure out what is you talking about. Oh, you talking about don't be spending all the money. I'm like, I'm like, shoot. I will say, shoot, but that is true. That is true. Yeah, not all of it. You don't need to be spending all your money. Not all of it at all. At all. Like I said, use that free money. Better use that free money that they be sending you. And most of the time when they do send you free money, a lot of people don't know this either. Most of the time that I've seen when they send you free money, most of the time it's just for tables. And when you do your table free money, because a lot of people don't understand when it comes to like promo, they're called usually like promo chips or something like that. So usually when you guys have promo chips, they'll send you in between like $5 to maybe $50, maybe $100, depending on how lucky you feeling or how lucky they feeling to give out money. When they do that, you usually go to a kiosk, and everybody has used the kiosk. Even, us 90s babies or whatever the case is, we got introduced to kiosks when we was in school. I know y'all remember that. They introduced us to kiosks when it was lunchtime, and you had to go to a little kiosk machine and, put your little money in, try to get your little money out or whatever to use your little credits and stuff. So, we've been using kiosks before kids knew what a kiosk was. So when you go to usually when you go to the casino, you have like these little kiosks and you got like your little cards. And I should have maybe showed y'all a card. I don't know where I put my cards though. But anyways, like usually they have like these little cards or whatever. And it's like you take these little cards, you just swipe it across the little kiosk, and it'll let you know, like, hey, you got such and such amount of money, blase, blase, blah. And a lot of people don't realize when you get them cards at most of these casinos, and let's say you just playing, let's say you come back next month, you playing, and next thing you know, you done racked up so much money, and you didn't even know that you racked up all these points on your card. And now you done received all these little VIP benefits and stuff. Because most of the casinos got lines. I'm one of them people that I don't like to wait in a long line, especially when you got only maybe 1 or 2 cashiers behind your register as well. It's on a busy night. Let's say it's a Saturday. Okay, it's a Saturday and we sitting here. Oh, let's see. You got probably a line full of about 30 people in front of you, and then the line building up behind you. Come on now. That's just crazy to me. When you rack up your benefits, I feel like when you rack up your benefits, you can easily bump yourself up to VIP. When you get yourself up to VIP, literally it's like the quickest line to get through. When you get through that line, by all means, you ain't got to sit here and worry about nobody else. They sit here and see you VIP. Hey, how you doing? Now you done got your stuff. You good to go. Call it a day. Next thing that I would say when it comes to your rewards is all you got to do is play, spend a little bit of money, maybe to get your food. And next thing you know, you probably done got another free play or whatever the case is on your little slots and all that good stuff. So by all means, use whatever you can to try to make your money. Whatever. We ain't even talking about that. And like I said before, when it comes to you going to the casino, just have your fun. You can use some of these tips that I done gave y'all. Feel free. I'm still trying to think, like maybe I did miss a little bit of something, but I don't know. I'm like, I still got a little bit of time to try to think. Yeah. But I think that y'all should just enjoy yourself. Enjoy your time. Don't sit here and worry about nothing. When you do go for the first time. And like I said, trust your gut. Trust your gut. Trust your hands. Trust your mind. If you feel like you're gonna win on something, stick it out, but don't stick it out too long. Like I said, if you lose maybe 3 to 5 times in a row, hey, then by all means, that's what happens. But don't sit there after maybe 5 times. Just don't. Try to just move on, even if it's like maybe 30 machines away from the one that you just lost off of. Just walk around for a little bit. Even look for a machine that you just seen, maybe somebody almost went off of something and you like, oh, it looked like they might win, and they just got up or whatever the case is. Hey, you might be able to use that. But yeah, always have a positive mindset too when you go into. A lot of people nowadays don't be having positive mindsets, and they need to have a little bit more positive mindsets in the world, and that's especially when you're going anywhere. And when you go into, like I said, when you go into the casino, don't be letting no negativity get to you. That negativity is going to bring your money wish well down, or your little money good luck hand down, or whatever the case is. You want to have positive vibes when you go in. If you have negative vibes when you go into the casino, guess what? You're going to have negative decrease on your money. Don't do that. Don't do that. But yeah, I think I almost covered pretty much almost anything and everything. I don't know. Trying to think if there's maybe like a certain question or something else that maybe a newbie would probably ask if they ever went to the casino. I'm not too sure. Trying to think. Because I done covered the food for y'all. Covered the free play, free food. Oh, another thing. Some places also do have like little newbie scavenger hunt things too, like for new guests who've never ever been to their casino. And sometimes you can even get like free good stuff, like free shirts, a free like big like this one place I went to, they gave me a free big old margarita drink. You can either margarita or the daiquiri. Oh my god, it was so good. And I mean, granted, it's fruity. It ain't gonna get you all the way toe up, but it was good. There are some places, like I said, that will give you that. They will give you all of that, all that free time, all that free money, and use it. Don't be afraid to. Should a lot of people be like, why are you telling me to go up there, spend my money? Why are you telling me to do this? Nobody's telling you to spend your money. Nobody's sitting here like, trying to influence you to go to the casino. This is just for people who have ever thought about going or just don't even know what to expect when they go. And this is just me speaking off of my experience. So, I think that's about it. If I have anything else to probably add to this, video, whatever the case is, of course there will be a part 2. But right now, I think I have covered mostly everything for a newbie. If you guys ever do go to a casino, so peace and love to all my people. Thank you guys for listening. Those of you that have listened in, those of you that will listen in later, thank you guys for listening later as well. And this is Queen I Knew and You Knew, and I am out. Love you guys.